I've been watching you. I've been watching you.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're not. Welcome to the channel. And today is going to be kind of like an unplanned, unhinged book review because I need to get thoughts off my chest. Life has been lifing behind the scenes. If you don't know, I'm Erica. You can also call me Sky. So that's why I have stuff behind me. I'm actually trying to deep clean for one and then reorganize my office and library. So more to come with that, but it's probably going to take me a cool little minute. I'm going to take my time with it, okay? But I did want to share with you guys this book that I recently read that has been on my mind since I've read it. It quite literally, it did not take the place of my favorite YA fantasy because this is all adult fantasy I'm talking about. But it's definitely my top adult fantasy right now. It hasn't been released yet. It comes out October 28th of this year. So make sure that you pre-order this book. Make sure you set your alarms for this book. I cannot wait to get my hands on the physical copy of this book. Like, I just cannot wait. Like, I am beyond excited. And if you don't know, it is Our Vicious Oaths by NE Davenport. Now, this author has done like Blood Trials and other books as well. And you know what? She has been on my radar. Nia has been on my radar to read her books. And I just remember seeing everyone going crazy ham about this arc. I got it through, I was approved through the publisher. I think it's Harper Voyager. And I got it through NetGalley. So this is the advanced reader copy. And I was a little bit on the fence. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit on the fence about requesting it because when I request ARCs, I really just want to make sure there's a high probability that I'm going to like it. I don't want to request ARCs just because it's popular, just because it sounds cool on a whim. I try to really just kind of, and sometimes you just don't know until you get the book, honestly. Sometimes the synopsis sounds great. Sometimes it seems like a good idea. And then when you get into that book, it was just not for you, and that happens. But I try to minimize how often that happens. And so I knew it was going to be spicy. I knew this book was going to have some spice. And if you don't know, I'm not anti-spice. I'm just, if a book has no spice, I'm not complaining about it. I'm not actively looking for spicy books. If it's in there, if it's done tastefully, if it makes sense, and if there's still a plot outside of the spice, I'm fine with it. But it's just not something that I care to read or actively search, I guess. But I'm not anti-spice. I don't need spice. Like if you tell me, ooh, a book is so spicy, it does not make me want to go read it. It made me like, okay, maybe I don't want to read it. So it just needs to be done well. It needs to make sense. And the plot still needs to be plotting. Like they cannot rely on the spice scenes to carry the book through. And that's the kind of books I read. So I heard that it was spicy and I'm just like, I don't know. And I've never read a book from this author before, even though it's been on my TBR. And I've wanted to read stuff by this author, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to request the ARC. And let me tell you, I am so happy I requested this ARC. It is 6 stars, babes. It is 6 stars. I haven't given out 6-star rating to any book beyond my favorite fantasy of all time. So this book does it well. Now, I'm going to try to look up my review, and I'm going to do like a non-spoiler review because, again, it hasn't came out yet. I don't have the physical copy, and but I still want to talk about it. Like, I still want to talk about this book with you guys. So, basically, I was locked into this book from the very beginning. It got me hooked. I mean, NE Davenport, you didn't waste no time. No time was wasted. I feel like this is a true, genuine romantasy. You still have a fantasy. You still have a plot that's plotting. You still have action. You still have high stakes. You still have things going on. And then you have steamy, spice, romance. That makes sense. And what does it say on the book? It says, the enemy of my enemy is my lover. Like, what? I am squealing. No, yeah, it had me locked in, unputdownable. It was very much giving like I can't stop reading, but I don't want this story to end. And I have not stopped thinking about it since I've read it. So if you want to know about the books that I'm reading and my reviews, make sure you follow me on Storygraph and Goodreads. I kind of just post on Goodreads because I know there's people that still use Goodreads, but that's like not my preferred situation. I much prefer Storygraph. So if you want to know all the details about what I'm currently reading, my reviews, all of that, make sure you follow me on those two places so you can get it as soon as because as soon as I'm done reading a book, I am running to write the review while it's fresh on my mind, and I put it on there. I think, can you follow people on NetGalley? I don't even know how that works, child. But anyways, make sure you follow me on there. And follow me on my Instagram too, because I have been more consistent with posting, so that way you know when a review is up and everything like that. But I really feel like this is the first genuine romantasy done well. Like low-key perfection. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to hold you. What I loved most about this is that I feel like both main characters, the FMC, the MMC, my goodness, are both badass. And I love a badass FMC. I'm not anti-damsel in distress, okay? I'm a little damsel in distress in real life. But I'm also a badass, and I love to read about badass women, badass fae. We got black fae going on. We got black fae with grills. I'm telling you, the grills do it for me every time. The grills do it to me every time. We have badassery. We got don't play with Kadisha, who is the female main character. She ain't gonna take no shit neither. And Mr. Malachi, sir. I loved it because I feel like everything was seamless in this book. I felt like I was never lost. I feel like all the pieces, it just felt very intentional. You guys know I give major points, major kudos to books that are super intentional. And I'm not just saying oh, you just told a story and things just so happen to work out in the end. I mean, it just seemed like throughout every part of this book, every step was intentional and made sense and flowed into other things. It was intentional without being predictable. And that's what I loved most about, okay? I feel like there was no plot holes. Everything made sense. It was just such a good experience. I can't hold back. I feel like there's good character development, toucher and die vibes. There were so many quotable moments. I feel like this unspoken rule of arcs, or just a well-known rule, is quotes can't be quotable unless you check it with the final copy, because things can change. But there are so many quotes in this book that I just wanted to share, it is so good. I can't wait till I get my hands on a physical copy. I really cannot. This comes out in October, and mind you, I feel like this would be the perfect spooky read. And quite frankly, I'm glad I read it this summer, because it was the perfect summer-ween experience. I loved it down. And it's a standalone, but I just feel like it was just so beautifully done. I just love it down. I can't stop talking about it. I don't want to stop talking about it. I can talk about it every day. And it's been a while since I felt a book do this to me. You guys already know I love Legendborn cycle series, Legendborn, Bloodmark, Oathbound, and you already know Oathbound really had me in a chokehold. And so that is my favorite YA fantasy, but for adult. And I've read Fourth Wing, I've read all these other ones. That was really up there for me, but I think Artificious Oaths is number one, okay? Number one for me. I have no complaints. I love the badassery. I love the action. I love the high stakes. I love the steam. Again, you guys know I'm not a very spicy reader. So if you want spicy book recs, I'm probably not the person to ask. But for some reason, I really enjoyed this one, child. I feel like it was just really well done. First off, it didn't waste no time, but it made sense why we didn't waste no time. And then it made sense every time after that. And I just loved it. It was just so good. So anyways, I can't wait to tell you guys. So make sure you guys please go pre-order Artificious Oaths. Pre-order it now. You are going to want it. I'm not kidding you. I pre-ordered through bookshop.org, so I'm pretty sure you can save 20% on your first order. So I'll have that link down below. I always have all my links in my link tree as well. But make sure you go pre-order that. Like, I'm not even kidding. I had to bring you an emergency public service announcement because this required that. It was 6 stars off the charts for me. No complaints. You did that. All right, Nia, you did that shit. I'm not even playing with you. You did that. So anyways, put this on your mandatory reading because Erica told you so. I'm so serious. And yeah, I just love this book so much. So anyways, make sure you go pick it up. Make sure you go pre-order. I feel like if you have similar taste to me, or you want to try something new, maybe even if we don't have similar reading taste, I feel like this is the book to try it out on. And so yeah, so anyways, that's all I came here to tell y'all about, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, peace.